So here we've got GNU Radio Companion, and this is going to be the source, which I'm going to start, which makes us able to see like where the sort of thing is you want to capture. In this case, I've got my own remote, so if I just press it, you can definitely see something happening at the frequency of 0.9 more than what I'm at now. So you can see we have these standard sort of listening, like it's constantly sending, and this is going to be the radio hacker of one itself. I'm not sure what this one is, and this one is also somewhere, and like we've got stuff here. Could be a radio signal, for example, but in this case, what I realized with this is if we just capture on the exact same frequency which matches the remote, it doesn't really work because it just sort of jams itself that way. But what we're going to do, we're just going to record some stuff. So what it's doing, we're using the Osmocom source, which is the hacker ref1, and it's going to send to a waterfall sync and a normal sync. So if I just press it once, we can see it just does something, right? And I'm going to press it again, and we can see it stopped. And then we can make it go up again. So it's just basically sending the same command, like in different versions. I'll just use it one more time, and this should work. So let's just enable the results here and actually see what we're going to end up with. So what we will do now is we will start the code. So let's just hop out, and we can see the remote is right there. It's actually sending. So it's sending and sending again. It opens up. This one is a remote. I can easily stop it with my own hands as well. So it stopped, and it does it again. I didn't touch anything. So this is a really cool thing. Now we want to go to a different stage. So this is now going to be the setup. We've got the radio here, which is just going to be on the roof, essentially. And then we've got our little frequency antenna here, which should be strong enough. And what we're going to see, that if we zoom into the GNU radio, I've set 3 channels. So we can see I've got, for example, radio NL, which is going to be 88.7. It's not even set correctly, but it's just testing. But the only one that's actually true is going to be radio 538. So if I start this, I should be able to hear the radio essentially. So it's going to start it, and it should give me 3 options of what I can choose for the radio. And this one doesn't work. I can turn up the gain, but it doesn't do anything. The cue music, a bit of static, but doesn't really do anything. Radio, we can hear this. And if I just drop the volume and turn on my car radio, it's going to be the same song. And now I mute my car and I go into... You can hear it's a bit more static, but it's essentially going to be the same song. Cool that we can hear things, but also want to be able to send. So what I've did is if I turn on my radio, I have some noise coming out of this one. So you should hear static. And if I stop it, you can hear the radio again. This is really cool. We can actually change this for an actual file source. So we can see we're still on the radio. And I can turn up the sound. But the moment I start this sort of thing, we can actually hear our own sound, which is pretty cool. We can also change it. We can also change it for something else. I've recorded something, and I think this is not really a proper thing to do, but let's just hear it. So basically, you can just play WAV sound files, which is pretty cool. So we're going to go to a multiply const, and we're going to go to a resampler. I'm not really sure what those things do, but it had to be... I thought it had to be a multiple. Well, whatever. And then we're going to go to the audio rate. Oh yeah, this one had to be a multiple of 10, like 8. Because if I do, for example, this one, 7 here, try to apply, we can see we've got a modulo assigned here. So just basically saying, well, you're going to need to have no, how do you call it, like extra stuff left, basically. So we can set that to this one. And then we've got the frequency sinks just so we can see what is happening. And then we've got the actual SOAP hacker sync, which just plays the sound. And this is going to be my device basically, which is going to be plugged into my laptop. And it's basically going to be sending. So that's pretty cool.